average person consumes information for up to 82 hours per week. That's like having a second full-time job just for consuming, and the majority of that is probably just distractions. The number one reason most don't achieve their goals is because they give up too soon, either due to a lack of motive or just pure distraction from it. So let's pull out our phones and take a look at the screen time and what apps we're actually using. That number may blow your mind, and that's a number that most people are not aware of. It really makes you think of what we're actually capable of if we just didn't go down the rabbit hole of our everyday devices. Now, I'm not saying that we should all go cold turkey, but when building something meaningful in your life, it really only takes 1 to 2 hours per day. That's only 14 hours of the 82. And that's roughly how long I've been spending every day on building this YouTube channel. Some goals don't even take that long. It could be working out for 15 or 30 minutes a day, which is literally nothing compared to the 82 hours. Kind of makes me feel guilty now for making up excuses. Anyways, so how can we get around all of this distraction and just wasting our time on consuming information that doesn't actually help us? First, we must understand the type of consumption, because some consumption can be good. The majority of our consumption will be noise. Nothing of real importance or real impact on your life. And the second type of consumption is called signal, and this is information that is actually valuable and applicable to your life. So ask yourself this: what percentage of consumption do you think is noise versus signal? And be brutally honest. That's the only way we're going to get past this first part. Now, compare that noise consumption time with how long it actually takes to achieve your goals. Start replacing those moments of noise with the actionable steps it takes to get you towards your goals instead of running the opposite direction. And when it is time for consumption, go in it with intention. That's a word that we don't hear quite often, but ask yourself before you open an app or book, what is your intention with this? What do you want to learn? What can you take away from it? Slowly but surely, you can start to remove and replace these distractions with enough attention of our intentions. But what next? What do I do about the feeling of motivation to keep going? And how long should you go about something before essentially giving up or moving on to the next thing? First of all, your brain's feelings are meant to keep you safe from discomfort. And newsflash, most growth will be uncomfortable, and that's normal. So your feeling. Just kidding, scratch that. There is a concept that I would like to introduce to you called the 100 rule. This is a rule whenever taking on a new endeavor, you must commit to doing that 100 times. Whether it's working out 100 days, or posting 100 videos, or reading 100 books. This is the only way to really ensure this is the right thing for you, regardless of how you feel during the process. And you can still produce results. Now, don't get me wrong, if you are super unhappy with what you're doing, maybe of course it's not for you and you shouldn't be setting those expectations. But when these are simple little goals like wanting to grow on YouTube or committing to working out, you do have to push through the uncomfort. And if after 100 attempts you still don't think this is the right thing for you, you can always just go to the next thing. But you have to commit to 100. If you think about this on a time perspective, if you do something every single day for 100 days, that's just a little over 3 months. Or if you want to post 100 YouTube videos, that's on average 2 videos per week, and by the end of the year, you'll reach the 100. Still don't think you can commit? Prove yourself wrong. Whether you think you can or can't, you are right. You only have 2 options when it comes to self-doubt towards attempting a new pursuit. You can prove yourself right and give in to the BS that you tell yourself, continuing to live in a slum and die knowing you never tried. Or you can prove yourself wrong. Prove to yourself that those negative things that you say to yourself aren't true. So what's it gonna be? You can loathe all you want on your past self, but honestly, that isn't gonna change anything for your future. The only thing you can be is in the now. The only thing that matters is your actions right now. That is the only thing that can determine the future, not just thinking about it. Life is all about choices. Physical choices that will bring you closer to your goals, and mental choices. What are you choosing to tell yourself? What are you choosing to believe in? What you tell yourself ultimately becomes your reality. You can keep telling yourself that you're a failure and that you'll never get anywhere in life, or you can just acknowledge that you're a human being, you make mistakes, and that there is room for improvement. A quote that I heard from Luke Belmar was that there's no such thing as problems, only opportunities. In order to kill your self-doubt, you must do the opposite and prove yourself wrong. You must learn to be patient and trust the process. Commit to the 100. That is why so many people give up. So don't give yourself the option of giving up. Commit. And if you're still having self-doubts that you don't think your dream is achievable, you don't necessarily need to focus on the end goal, but focus on the person you become while running that marathon and enjoy the process of getting there. Because in reality, after the 100 is done, if you choose to continue, there really isn't just one end goal. You'll realize you get there, sit on your little throne for a little while, embrace the success of 100, but you'll realize I can actually do better. You can keep going. So why stop? Learn how to maintain the goals that you've worked so hard to achieve, and continue to learn something new, something different that will help support your other goals. And like I said, if it doesn't work after you've committed, you know that you've tried and you can continue with something different without feeling regret. Once you're at the top and finish the 100 rule, you'll probably realize that there's a whole lot more to success than the external reasons. I hear it all the time. You need to focus on the internal reasons, especially during the process. So why do we keep chasing external all along? You need to stop and actually listen to the advice that is being given to you over and over again. Maybe that is a sign. You really do need to do the inner work and find your inner why. And if you're going to choose to not listen to this advice, you're probably going to get to the top and be deeply dissatisfied. What do you want to feel during this process? You want to feel strong. You want to feel that your brain is working at its fullest potential. You want to feel focused, and you want to feel that true frustration over something that really matters to you. You want to fight for something. You want to know that you can push yourself to become a better version of you and prove all of your self-doubts wrong. Not other people's doubts. That's an external reason. But the doubts and the lies that you have been telling yourself that you can't do something. You have been telling yourself lies to keep you fearful and comfortable. Either way, you are going to have to feel discomfort, whether it's now or in 10 years, and have that feeling of regret of never trying. It's either you get over it or you prolong the pain by procrastinating. Procrastination is a slow and painful death. Real change will never happen if you don't put in the work. I don't know how many times I'm gonna have to repeat this until you get it in your head. Giving up is not an option. And if you choose to be stagnant in your life, so be it. I'm not the judge here. So what do you say? What are you gonna challenge yourself to do 100 times? For me personally, I wanna have posted 100 videos on this YouTube channel. So if you wanna stick along for the journey, be sure to subscribe. With all of that being said, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. And by the time I'm posting it, it should be Valentine's Day, so happy Valentine's Day. And I will see you in the next one.